not pavement, but it'll do. It's like a nice compacted road-based sand dirt that they're like working on. That's why everyone has to stop for multiple hours per day. But they just let us drive on it and it's amazingly smooth. There's barely any squeaks or noises or vibrations. I'm a happy camper.
See how long this lasts.
Well, things have been going too perfectly for us today, obviously. The tire pressure light just came on.
Go check it right now while we're stopped. Hurry,
We're
hurry.
only 10 million hours away from anywhere where we can get it fixed.
Run, Forrest. I hear something.
Yeah, I can hear it. It's back here. Here, give me one of the plugs.
Ah!
It's literally a rock.
Oh my God. Believe in you. Oh boy. There's a line of cars coming towards us, which means soon it'll be our turn to move forward. Hopefully Trent can plug this hole quickly before it's our turn, because there is a huge line of cars stopped behind us now. And it's raining, of course. Oh my gosh. And this is the whole line of cars stacked up behind us. Oh, we're moving. Alright, well, I'll just let people go around us. Sorry. Woo. Bummer. I know, Frank. It's a disaster.
Such a bummer. It was literally a rock that was so sharp, it got pushed in between the treads of the tire, and then driving on it forced it through the tire to cause it to leak. Well, it ain't the prettiest fix job, but I think it'll do. Just got to make sure that this pump is going to pump the tire up now. We're at about 42 pounds. We need to get to about 75. So we got a while. I can't actually tell if this thing's even working.
You're being good. You stay. Good boy. I guess on the bright side, once we're done with all this, there won't be any traffic ahead of us. In the meantime, it looks like the tire is actually losing pressure as we're filling it up with air, so we're trying to figure out if there's another leak, which there probably is, and where it is, since it's hard to tell. It's starting to rain a little bit heavier now, which is why I have to talk to you inside the van, and the sun is going to go down in the next hour or so. We have no cell phone service, and even though this is a pretty heavily trafficked area, it's going to become less and less frequent to have people driving on it. So hopefully we can sort this out quickly before the sun goes down, before it starts to rain any harder, before it becomes completely remote.
This could be bad. Luckily I stopped the leak, or at least I think I stopped the leak. Now we've just got to pump it up, but our pump, one, takes a really long time. Oh, here just happens to be a tow truck. You know, hey, maybe I'll see if he has a pump.
Go, 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 go.
Okay. Never mind.
Didn't think fast enough on that one.
Our pump just takes a really long time to fill up tires, like really long. Like this will probably take 45 minutes, I would say. And it looks like the tire is getting flatter and flatter. Do you remember that French couple in the big Unimog?
Yeah.
That said they had multiple flats in Patagonia, and we were like, because of potholes, and they said rocks.
Oh my God.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that.
I did not even think about that until now.
Great. We resorted to flagging down people on the road. We're trying to figure out a way to fix our air pump that does not seem to be filling up air at all. finally someone pulled over that actually has an air pump. Hopefully they can help us out. Hola, hola, gracias. ¿Cómo están? Hola. Es una aventura, ¿no? Sí, vamos por Ushuaia de los Estados Unidos.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Well, this kind family stopped and they have a pump that we can use. I plug it into the cigarette lighter, I try to walk to the back tire, and it's like this too short. It's like 2 feet too short to plug in. So they're gonna back up their truck so we can plug it into their truck and pump up our tire. This is proving to be a huge pain in the butt. So this pump is working really well. It's much faster than our pump. Unfortunately, I feel bad this family has to sit and wait for this pump to pump up our tire. We were at 40 pounds. Now we're at like 60, 61. We need to go to 75. These guys are absolute lifesavers.
Hay un perrito muy amigable. Ah, se llama Franco. Good boy. ¿Quieres decir algo a YouTube? Hola YouTube. Hola. Good boy. Su piel.
Su piel.
Sí, sí.
Mira su piel. Otra vez.
Otra vez.
Levanta una pata. ¿Vienes de Utah?
Sí, manejando, sí, todos, hasta un año.
¿De allá?
Sí, sí.
¿Y el vehículo de allá igual?
La moto es de México.
Guanajuato.
Guanajuato.
Sí.
La cerveza es de Guatemala.
Sí, es de Guatemala. Gracias. Chao, chao. Gracias. Muchas, muchas gracias. Chao, chao. Gracias.
This could definitely be worse. However, it could obviously be a lot better. That hole was like a pretty gnarly hole. I think I managed to get it plugged with the plug that I put in there. It doesn't seem to be leaking. I tested it multiple times. Their pump was able to get me up to about 64 or 65 PSI, which we need like 75 really. Right now the tire's like really not doing too well. But her pump, once it got to like 65 pounds, it was just not going anymore. But now we've pretty much just got to go really slow until, I guess there's a town coming up, Porto Tranquilo.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully in that town they'll at least have an air compressor where we can pump it up. I'm hoping I can buy one of those little air compressors like the one we have. The one we have is obviously broken, but that sucks. I mean, the last time I used it, I think, was in Guatemala, and it worked.
Guatemala, really?
Yeah, I think so. That was the last time that we...
Long time ago.
Well, that was the last time that like we had a flat tire where we needed to pump it up. We didn't just go to a gas station where they had air.
Yeah. It really gives me so much faith in Chilean people, but also just in humanity in general, that this family that we stopped, we flagged down a bunch of people. Wow, this is a bumpy road. We flagged down a bunch of people once we realized the type of trouble we were in, and a lot of them said no, they didn't have any air. Maybe like the 10th car we talked to said, yeah, we have air, we can help you out, let me pull over, give me 1 second. Pretty much without hesitation. And they turned out to be a lovely family that lives nearby, super sweet, super helpful. They really don't even realize how big of lifesavers they were today.
Also, all these like pieces of rock right here that I'm looking at now, like all look like sharp little pieces of rock, and that's exactly what gave us this puncture. So I'm like really worried now that all these little rocks are gonna make problems.
And these are dirt roads, so there's no pavement here. We're on steep mountainside roads. Lots of possibilities for things I don't even want to talk about right now because that'll just jinx us for sure. We'll talk to you when we get to the next town.
sharp rocks now. It's like freaking me out.
Yeah.
It's like not something I've ever had happen. Like, not only was the rock like penetrated through the tire enough to like cause a leak, but when I pulled the rock out, it like the top of the rock came out and the bottom of the rock was still in the tire, like penetrating through the tire. Almost broke the plug tools, both of them, trying to pry the rock out.
Wow.
And I knew I was like losing tire pressure the entire time, so I was like trying to hurry.
Yeah.
It's a very frantic moment. That was sketchy.
It is beautiful, even if it's
Also,
raining.
Yeah, we are in the middle of a crazy national forest, national park, whatever it is. It's absolutely beautiful. It's so lush and just remote and untouched. It's amazing. And I'm like having a hard time taking in the views and enjoying it because this road is so intense and I'm worried about the tire. I'm trying to stay present and enjoy myself. Alright guys, it's been probably a couple hours since we picked you guys up. We hit a gas station as soon as we got into Puerto Tranquilo, which is where we're at right now. Filled up the tire. It seems to be holding pressure. I'm gonna let it sit overnight, see how everything is in the morning. We found an awesome little beach to park on. There's all these campers parked by trees. It's beautiful. We pull up, we start getting everything out to make dinner. Allie is making chicken parm. I love Allie's chicken parm. If you guys don't know, it's the first meal that Allie ever made for me on our second date, and it's how she won me over. She followed up with chocolate chip cookies, which really helped, but this chicken parm is to die for. The recipe's in our cookbook. If you guys haven't picked that up, I highly recommend it. It's got a lot of great recipes, and me and Allie made them all in the van. So we're getting everything ready. She's about to throw the chicken parm on the grill, and we get a knock on the door, and we're like, oh, who could this be? We open the door, it's the police, and they're like, you can't camp here. That's good. They said we can camp down the beach a little bit further, and I think there's some other people already parked down there, so I guess that's gonna have to do. But really, I'm just looking forward to this chicken parm. Oh boy.
Dinner is served. Breakfast is served.
Breakfast is served. I'm so excited to eat this right now. This looks absolutely delicious.
We made it somewhere safe. We have a beautiful meal. And with a beautiful dude. We're safe, we're healthy, we're happy, we're thankful. Hopefully tomorrow is a better day.
Oh yeah. I'm about to pig out and get red sauce all over my face. So I think we're actually gonna see you guys in the morning.
Was the sunshine, fist fight every storm. Let the whole world freeze if it might not keep you warm. Cause all I need is your smile, nothing more. But if I couldn't have it, love, I'd let the whole world pour. I loved you once and I know I love you still. I know I love you still.
How do you feel?
Pretty good. How do you feel?
So good.
I did not want to do that.
Yeah.
Once you get going, you like feel better, and then now that we're done, I like feel so great. I'm like glad we did, but like when the wind started blowing when we were starting, I was just like, abort. Let's get out of here. Let's get back in the van. What are we doing? You know, it's like.
Well, it's a good thing you didn't suggest that, because I would have been like, yes, let's go. Now we can make chocolate chip cookies and hot chocolate.
And we do need to get rid of some supplies, and I think chocolate chips are one of those supplies. So yeah, I think chocolate chip cookies
We have
sound
no
like
choice.
a great idea.
Good morning, everybody. We're waking up here in Patagonia, having an amazing morning. And if there's one thing I don't do half-heartedly, it's chocolate chip cookies. So we're going all out. We've got all the real ingredients. I've actually kind of been stockpiling these ingredients because I love chocolate chip cookies, and stuff like real brown sugar is very hard to find in these countries. So I've had some stuff hidden away for emergencies like today when it's just like kind of chilly and windy, and I'm just trying to justify it, but there's really no bad day for chocolate chip cookies.
All right, we've been horsing around enough. It's time to come out here and see if this tire's holding air. I think it might be losing air. We'll see. I also don't know if you guys can hear me. It's super windy out here. 70. That's not good. But when I put the air in there, the tire was really hot. So I'm gonna attribute that like 4 or 5 pounds to hot air escaping. Hopefully that's good. The thing is we made it here to Puerto Tranquilo, which is literally a town of like 90 people. And I don't think they have any tire inflators or any pumps here. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but our spare tire has no air in it. I had to deflate it and flatten one of the sides to fit our propane tank in. So I've always been relying on the fact of having an air compressor to pump it up. So yesterday when there was that hole, if that hole punctured through the tire and I couldn't get a plug in there to seal it up, I would have had an air compressor to pump up the spare in order to get to somewhere where we could be safe or get a repair done. With our air compressor not working, I couldn't inflate this tire, I couldn't inflate the spare. We were basically, you know, in big trouble. So luckily we were able to flag that family down. They had an air compressor that we could use. It got us here. We finished pumping up at the gas station. But it looks like there is a slow leak. Hopefully this leak holds up until we get to Chile Chico. I think in Chile Chico, we should be able to get a proper repair done, so they'll take the tire off, patch it from the inside, and hopefully we can buy an air compressor while we're there, because being in the middle of Patagonia, in the depths of Patagonia, where you might not see people for an entire day or more, if we get a flat tire or we have some type of issue where we need the air compressor, it could be really devastating. So hopefully we can find one.
Just like that, we have the best part of chocolate chip cookies, in my opinion, and that is the dough. Now, if I were a nice person, I would offer to share some with my wonderful fiance, but in this case, I am not, and that is okay with me.
I'm just gonna take it. You don't have to offer it.
Yeah, you fight me for that. No, be careful, it's super drippy. Dude. Oh my God. Put that down.
Didn't even make a mess. It's pretty good.
Please meet my man-child, Trent.
Hi. Oh, those are really good.
Yeah?
So even though it's super windy outside and a little bit cold, this has been one of the nicest relaxing days I've had in quite some time. So I'm gonna continue to enjoy this. We'll pick you guys up in a little bit.
We spent another night parked on the lake and woke up to an even more deflated tire. We needed to get to a town that could repair our puncture and had an air compressor that we could buy. So we're staying positive and taking it slow on these gnarly roads. After all, this is all part of the adventure.
I got you, and you got me too. You can ride all the blue. I wanna do what you want to. We can leave and run away someday. I've been saving you, and you save me too. Yeah, I need it.
So I don't know how easy it is for you guys to tell the blueness of this water. We did do a little bit of research, and the reason that it is so turquoise and so blue is because of something called rock flour. Rock flour is basically when a glacier is grinding and disintegrating rocks into the finest powder possible. And then as the glaciers melt, they bring that rock flour down into the rivers and the lakes. And the sun reflecting off of this suspended sediment in the water is what gives it its color. It is absolutely amazing.
Oh,
Finally pavement again. This, I know we probably say this every single day, but that was probably one of the most beautiful scenic drives, and I could not enjoy it for pretty much the entire time because that road is so gnarly. It's like you're constantly worrying about your van falling apart or popping a tire or sliding off the road or just hitting incredible potholes going too fast. And I mean, Google Maps said that road takes like 2 hours and 40 minutes, and it took like 4 hours and some change. So, white knuckle the whole time. But we made it to Chile Chico.
we've got a couple things on our agenda now that we've made it into town. I know one of them is food, the other is an air compressor. What do you want to do first, babe?
I think we have to eat the food we have.
We can do that. We just got to pull over and make that happen.
Alrighty.
Food is first.
Wow. Does look good, huh?
That's for you. That's for me.
A little bit of brown rice to go with.
Veggie curry.
Looks like cheese fondue
It
with
does.
vegetables.
You're right.
We gotta get rid of a lot of our vegetables, so we basically just make a stir fry. You throw the curry sauce in there, you throw it over some rice.
I mean, it's like cold and windy out, and this is just like warm and delicious. I love it. Ooh, that is spicy.
Yeah, of course it is.
Mmm,
Allie also over-spices everything, in case you guys were wondering.
delicious. You know what I've been thinking about, Trent?
That you over-spice everything.
Besides that,
What?
that's not a bad thing. That's a great thing. A couple years ago, we've talked about this before. How when things don't go perfectly,
Yeah.
it's high quality fun.
It's type A and type B.
It's type A and type B fun, and it's actually proven that your brain will remember and register the memories of things being stressful more vividly than things that go as planned that are super smooth. So whenever things happen that are like unexpected and hard and challenging, we always make a joke about, well, it's just high quality fun. We gotta roll with the punches, let it happen, and this will all be a great memory one day.
Yeah.
One day.
It's true. But I think we're gonna eat this curry. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. You came along for a flat tire the rest of that day, the whole next day, all of it. This is like a 3-day vlog. We never do this, but
But we still haven't really found a solution. We're hoping that the tire continues to hold air and that we can find an air compressor, and we'll keep you updated as soon as we can figure out what to do. But for now, it's like,
who knows?
who knows?
We'll see you next time.